Hey you guys, welcome and welcome back. We're gonna get into another vlog, you guys. I had to finally edit this vlog for Halloween and the costume that I altered for my son. So if you want to come along on this ride with me to alter his costume, which took forever and I had a mental breakdown, be sure to stick around. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe, and let's get into it. So I'm standing here in my bathroom trying to figure out if I'm gonna put makeup on today. And I don't think I am. I dipped my lips in the Crisco, y'all. I dipped my lips in the Crisco, y'all. Y'all see how shiny they are? Okay, so that's why I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to put makeup on today. Is because, you know what? I just realized that didn't make no sense. And I've been helping my son with sentences and reading and stuff lately. And he just says stuff backwards. And I just realized it. It clicked, y'all. It's me. It's me, because that didn't make no goddamn sense. Okay, my son has a homemade Halloween costume. I made him a ghost costume back in it had to be like 2021 or 2022, bruh. And I went back in my camera roll and I saw this costume. He's worn this costume for like 3 years straight. I feel like this is the 4th year. Okay, so it had to be 2020. I'll put a picture of the costume, maybe right here where the empty space is so you guys can see it. But I made this costume. Went on Pinterest and I looked it up and I figured out how to do it. And I went to Michael's and I got the material and I made my baby his costume. And when I tell you he's had the choice, I've given him the choice for several years now since I made the costume. I've given him the choice of whether or not he wants to get a new one, right? Whether he wants to be a different character or something like that. But every year, y'all, I swear, every year he wants to be the same character. And I was like that. He wants to keep his ghost costume. I wanted to keep my princess costume forever, right? And Halloween's coming up. Today is October 25th. And I got up this morning and I was exhausted because I was up till like 4 o'clock last night trying to do a bunch of things. I'm trying to find like seasonal jobs, extra jobs to pick up, gigs, things that I can do to earn extra money, right? On top of what I already do. Child, and it's just a lot. And you guys really enjoyed the vlog about me going grocery shopping. And I do still have the footage for me cooking the meal. And I want to show you guys the meal. So hopefully before this vlog comes out, I can get that one edited and stuff like that, because you're gonna see this after Halloween. Indeed. But I wanted to share with you guys what we have to do today, which is basically we have to extend my son's costume. I know I went around the bush with that, but I have to extend and elongate my son's costume because he still wants to be a ghost. And if you are a parent who has young children, right? If you have kids that are anywhere between I would say 4 and 6, see if you can make their costume. I mean, even younger than that, because I wish I had done it for his younger costume. When he was younger, he was the minion, one of the minions. But when he turned, 2020, okay? In 2020, I asked him what he wanted to be. He said he wanted to be a ghost. And I literally looked in the store and I could not find a ghost costume. I'm telling you, if you are a parent,
make your kids costumes.
Calm down. Because a lot of times it's a lot more sentimental for them. A lot of times they enjoy the whole detail that you put into it depending on what you choose to do. And the way I made his costume, I'm gonna show it to you guys because y'all saw the picture. But on the inside, it's like this really soft, fluffy material, because usually in October it's freezing. I mean, we still in the hot ass sun today because it's a heat wave. I don't know what's going on, but usually it's cold. So I put this really soft, plushy fabric on the inside underneath the white fabric, and he just loved it. And I had his little hat to go with it and everything. When I tell you, he wanted to wear it again this year, and it is too short. He has grown to be too tall to where his little feet are showing too much in the costume. Little feet. And I have to extend it. So I already have the fabric, okay? And if you do make your kids' costumes, save the fabric. Get extra fabric than what you may think you need, just in case they grow or you have to make adjustments or there's any rips or tears or damage. Get extra fabric. But I'm telling you, if you make your kids' costumes, it will save you money on Halloween every single year, okay? And apparently, maybe I'm supposed to be doing segments with you guys about how to save money and things like that. But this is one of the biggest things things right now because I used to feel bad because my sons couldn't, get the costumes all the time that they wanted. Now my older two, they're a lot more chill. Like this year, they wanted masks. They wanted to be crazy with the mask, and I will insert a picture of the mask that they decided to wear. And hopefully I can get them to videotape the trunk or treat that they're going to, or possibly add in one that I decide to take them to, because they're doing one with their dad. And I also want to have them do one with me, because the day that they're doing one with their dad, I have to work. So we'll see. And the reason why I started this vlog right now, you guys, is because I'm exhausted as I just got that job. I confirmed that I have to do basically tomorrow, which is Saturday, which is the day of the trunk or treat with their dad. I just got confirmed for that, like, this morning, and I was up late last night trying to update my resume and do a whole bunch of stuff, like, because I try to tweak my resume for the jobs that I apply to. But this is what it is. This is the life of the single mother and, parents in general and adults and things like that. So I just wanted to share it with you because I'm about to go ahead and get some coffee. I'm about to go get me a $6 meal deal from Dunkin' and get some coffee, because I need to eat. I need to get energized. I need to figure out if I'm gonna put makeup on, and film other stuff.
No.
I need to have energy for when my sons get home, because we today are gonna be elongating this costume, and I just wanted to share it with you. I know I went around, but I love you guys so very much. So stay tuned. Let's go get some coffee. Y'all, it is so hot today. It doesn't make any sense. It's about to be November and it's still blazing. Look at this stanky girl. She always sitting in the sun. What you doing, poo-poo girl? What you doing? You sitting in the sun? I see you. I love you. I love you, stanky poo. Yeah, and those are the cords that got chewed up. I shouldn't have zoomed in like that. But those are the cords that got chewed up. When cats decided that they was hungry at 3 a.m. You see what I had to do with my charger cord? I had to literally put tape all around my charger cord so that they would not chew it up. It wasn't her, but I know who it was. All right, y'all. So got my Dunkin'. Okay, because definitely needed it. Already ate the hash browns. Got my little $6 meal. Okay. They don't let you substitute on the $6 meal for a sausage, egg, and cheese bagel or croissant. They only let you get a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel or croissant. Just FYI, in case you're gonna go. Already ate the hash browns because I was starving. Okay, and I should have filmed a little. I should have done my little aesthetic filming of the Dunkin' Donuts screen, but I was so thrown off because when I was on the way to the usual Dunkin' Donuts that I go to, they were basically closed down for construction. And right now, y'all, I'm sitting in the CVS parking lot. You can't even see it because the sign ain't even up there, child. But the ghetto! I'm sitting in the CVS parking lot waiting for the pharmacy to open up because it's about like 1:40, and they close every day from 1:30 to 2 for lunch. And I would have been over here before 1:30 had it not been for my original Dunkin' being closed. But I wasn't upset about it. I had to go further down about a few miles or so. Well, maybe like 2 miles to go to a different Dunkin'. So by the time I got over here, the pharmacy is closed for lunch. So we're just chilling. I'm definitely gonna eat my bacon, egg, and cheese croissant strawberry jelly. I do not like grape jelly like that. Grape jelly is cool if that's all they got, but I prefer strawberry, okay? But I'm just gonna eat this and sit here until the pharmacy opens back up from lunch. It's just crazy. I feel so tired. Like, I feel so exhausted. But I'm gonna keep going because we do not give up. So once I get these prescriptions, I'm gonna head back home and race back home because my son gets off the bus. And then we'll start to get into the Halloween costume. So my lips are crusty and I'm waiting for my poo-poo to get off the bus. And he's about to come soon. So we can get started on our costume alterations. Because we gotta get this done. We gotta get it done. The cat distribution system hard at work. The cat distribution system hard at work. Yeah, you so nosy and you really stanky, but you so cute at the same time. There he goes. I see you. Missed you, Pooh. This is why the cat distribution system works, y'all, because we feed the cat. Feed the cat. Maybe people say we shouldn't feed the cat, but I don't know. I don't like seeing cats suffer. You don't like seeing cats suffer either? Yeah, it's not good.
You have to help cats so they can survive,
Mm-hmm.
live longer.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Quickly. So the other kitties don't get out. All right, now let me see the one on top. Oh, meow. Okay, put one down. Put yours down. Hey. Two. Hey, put yours down. There we go. We got it. Those stinky cats. See, this kitty is the one that came over first and was more like friendly. But then that one now has gotten more friendly because she's a little, I don't know, she got a little attitude. Yeah, boobies. That's good. All right, let's go inside. Right, here go the other ones. Cosmo, Kitty Poo.
You did. He's like, are you recording me?
I see you.
He's like, are you recording
I see you, stinky boy. I see you. You're Percy. Hey, Percy Pooh. And then there's Snowflake. She's the troublemaker. She's the troublemaker because she's so cute. Yeah. Oh, they sniffing. Your nose so big on the camera, Percy. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys. So we are trying to fit this costume. I'm just having my baby put on the costume with his one sock on. Lord, I don't understand. Why do kids do that? Why do kids only have one sock on most of the time? Where's the other sock? But yeah, so we basically just tested it out to see if he could fit it. I got my sewing material out here because, child, I had to sew it up. It was very dirty from last year, y'all. It was extremely dirty. So I got some orange thread and I went ahead and stretched it out because I had to sew the neck part. Like, my baby, he's so amazing, but it's hard to fit his head through because he's got a big top of the head, but then, you know, kind of like a smaller body. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like it's his daddy's fault. I'm gonna blame his daddy. But we just went ahead and put the thread in the needle, threaded the needle, and I'm basically patching up the sewing that I did originally on it, and I kind of like looped the thread that was kind of just falling apart through the orange thread, so it kind of patched it back up. And I know I sped this up super fast, but like, I was already exhausted at this point from being up the night before. So if you don't know how to sew, I'm telling you, it's going to be very beneficial for you to sew. And I was just basically looping it through, doing what I do to sew, and then I brought it back. Like, I started at the edge, went to the part where I wanted his head to like be able to fit through, but so that it wouldn't be so loose around his neck, and then brought it back to where I started and tied the knot when it comes to the needle and thread. And then I'm basically just tying it in a knot like several times so that the thread doesn't come loose. But I actually ended up doing it a different way, and you can kind of see like I'm cutting off the extra little pieces and making sure that everything looks good. But child, y'all gotta learn how to sew. I'm telling you, it's not hard to sew like basic things. You just have to, you know, get into it. I really used to like to sew when I was a kid. I altered a skirt that was a long skirt, and I didn't like the fact that it was so long because it looked like church girl skirt, and I was like, no, I want to be fast and have a pleated skirt that's short like all the other girls. But see, I altered it to where I made it like longer in the back near the butt because, you know, y'all, I grew up around white girls, child. So I had to make sure that my butt was covered up so my mom would let me wear it. But I actually never ended up wearing it, and it was crazy because I made it, but I was so proud of it. But I mean, sewing is a good skill to have, if especially you have kids, or, you know, even for yourself, just to be able to patch things up, y'all. I literally just sewed the wires back into a few of my bras the other day. And it's really simple and easy, especially if you aren't really gonna see where you sew and things like that. And I was trying to put the thread through there so it would stay, but it's definitely helpful when it comes to a skill that everyone should have, because like now, especially when you have fast fashion and things like that, it's just beneficial because things break so easily and things are so cheaply made. But I got the neck piece sewn on, like, and patched up to where it wasn't as wide. And I'm just gonna put it in the wash machine because I don't know if you guys saw it, but the costume was pretty dirty. Okay, we did not wash it from last year. So when I moved, we kind of just grabbed everything and, you know, hit the road. I threw away a lot of things, but just so you guys know, in case you don't know how to wash clothes, this is a majority white garment, and the hat that goes with it is like an off-white. The hat came as like an off-white color. I couldn't find like a true to white hat, but I set it to hot water and I put a little bleach in it and I put it on like a delicate cycle, I think. And now we're just watching it because it's almost done. And it was spinning and spinning and spinning, so I wanted to see like how it turned out. But it definitely needed to get washed because that sucker was dirty from last year. And if it wasn't a situation where I had to alter it, I might not have washed it. It just depends on the situation. But yeah, I think I washed it before last year and that's how it came out. So everything looks still like it was put together. The eyes and the eyebrows didn't fall off. I was scared of that. I was scared the mouth and the eyes were gonna fall off. But yeah, I usually will wash his costume. Like, I really wouldn't have to wash like his Halloween costumes because he only wears it for one day. And he didn't really get like his Minion costume messed up because he was a Minion one of those years. But this one, oh my God, he wore this sucker out. So we put it in the dryer, and now by this time, y'all, I am exhausted. All right, we're about to sit down and finally get to sewing. And mind you, it had to be like 8:30, 9 o'clock by this time. I don't even remember what time it was, y'all, but it was late. It was late enough to where we were all tired because while the clothes were washing, well, while the costume was washing, I was making sure that all the boys were getting ready to go to their dad's house. And that's a whole ordeal in itself. Like, I'm trying to make sure that they ate. I'm trying to make sure that like they have all their clothes packed up properly. And like, I know what's going over there because sometimes it don't come back. And I was just so tired because in the beginning of the video, I told you guys that I didn't really get a whole lot of sleep. And the part that kind of broke me down, like at this point I was still cool, like I was still kind of, you know, plugging away and getting through it, but it was starting to get to me. So I ended up finding the glue gun, and it took a while to find the glue gun because I just moved and I put stuff in places, but I didn't really quite remember exactly where I put everything. So we're just cutting the fabric, and basically what I'm gonna do, I was trying to find the right fabric to extend the costume because the little net fabric that I had, it really wouldn't have done anything because if you saw the net fabric, it kind of just shrinks back up. So luckily I found this fabric and I felt like, okay, not only is this a thicker option, but it's kind of like a warmer option. If I would have had more time, I would have probably ironed this out. But I procrastinated. I mean, let's keep it a bean. I procrastinated and I was extremely tired. But it wasn't because I didn't want to make his costume. It's just, I can't explain to you guys how much I have to do every single day. Like, and when I say how much I have to do, it's not just working, but it's like literally being there emotionally for my kids. It's literally being there for them on a level that no one else is there for them, like being the mom and the dad. And even though they were going to their dad's house, it's like I have to double work because he doesn't care about things like making sure that they bring the clothes back to the house, or, you know, like it's just weird. It's just weird things. Like he'll make it seem like he cares about their well-being, but then when it comes to things that would make their life easier because it would make my life easier, it's like he purposefully doesn't do those things. And I think one of you guys in the comments, when I did my video about like spazzing out, one of you guys told me it was like weaponized incompetence or something like that. I don't know, child. But he just does those things to irritate me and make my life more difficult. So if they were to come over there and have a certain outfit that I want them to wear, it's like he can't find the outfit, or it's weird situations. So I'm basically just gluing this on at this point, because I was gonna sew plus glue. Like I was gonna glue it on, but then it's like I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do. I was just at this point running on fumes, y'all. So I made it do what it do. Because this is Friday, remember, we're Friday night in the game doing this alteration, and I basically glued the majority of the cloth, and this is like the inner part of the costume. I glued a majority of the cloth on and then sewed the edges so it just wouldn't fall off, you know. And then I sewed like the little end pieces that you see where I'm tying a knot right there, that little end piece. I sewed it down on the side. You'll see me do it later. Like I sewed those two black pieces together like on the side so that they would kind of curve like that right there. And that's kind of how I tried to like secure it so it wouldn't fall off the costume, because as he started wearing it on the different days, it kind of started to fall apart. Like he was able to wear it on Saturday after this day, when their dad took them and had the trunk or treat. And then he was also able to wear it to school. And then he was also able to wear it like on Halloween. Like he went to school on Halloween because it was a weekday. He wore it to school. And then we went to trick-or-treating and a trunk or treat on that same day. So I was starting to see that the pieces were falling off, because I just glue gun them things on. Because at this point, I'm just like beat and tired. Like, and I had to get up early in the morning. Like, I had to go to this event that I had basically gotten hired for. And it was like I had to be out there early, and it was far as dirt. Like, it was so far away. I think I had to get up at like 6 or 7 o'clock. It was some crazy hour of the day, because I think I had to be there at like 9 a.m. and it had to be like almost 2 hours away. So probably won't do that again, but it, you know, it did what needed to be done when it needed to be done. So I'm sitting here kind of like stressed about the whole process, and my kids are helping me. You can see how tired they are. Like, that's Chris right there. He's yawning, and he was trying to help me, but he was falling asleep. He was ready to go to sleep, and his older brother was just kind of sitting around playing with the cats and stuff. And Chris is always the one to help me. He's my 13-year-old. He's always the one to kind of help me and get things done. And my 14-year-old helps me too. Jeremiah, he helps me too. But he's been helping me a little bit more than Chris. Like, Chris is starting to kind of step in and, you know, be there for his mama when things need to get done. Because Jeremiah's always been the one to kind of watch out for his brothers if I can't watch them necessarily as closely. He's the one who kind of steps in and takes the mature role in the situation. But I'm basically like, you see how I just sewed the edges and stuff, and now little poo-poo stanky, he getting tired. Look, he getting tired, them little eyeballs blinking. He just tired. And I was like, dang, I looked up and he was knocked out. And when I tell you, I don't know what it is with that child right there. He just got so much energy, and sometimes he just talks all the time, y'all. Is that bad? Is that bad? I love my baby, but he just has so much energy. And I'm the type of mom where it's like, I want to supplement that growth. I want him to feel supported when it comes to his creativity and his growth. And I just want to fulfill that, you know, feeling within him to be happy about what he does and who he is and stuff like that. But that's so exhausting. Like, being a good mom is exhausting. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but boom, he was knocked out. Look, he closed his eyes, got up, and then closed them, and then he was done. I'm telling you, it was like 12 o'clock. We were doing this after 12. I didn't get done until maybe like 1 or 1:30 in the morning. And it was just because like everything was happening. Like the schedule that I was on, I couldn't get to it until now. And then it's like, that's what I was kind of saying earlier. Sometimes people don't understand like the mental toll. Like you see me laying on the bed right there, I was crying, like I was tired. But people don't understand the mental toll that like actually being a hands-on parent takes on you. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but the mental toll that being a parent who really pours into your kids, the toll that it takes on you is crazy. And people really don't understand, like, that's the reason why so many parents just don't give a fuck. Like, that's the reason why so many parents just do not care about their kids. Or they just let their kids run wild and run rampant and don't really like facilitate any type of growth within them. It's because it's exhausting. It's tiring as hell. And then the way things are set up in our economy right now and in the world, it's hard to be that type of parent because you got to work 6 jobs. You know, what's his name? You got to work 6 jobs like Kevin Gates, trying to just live a regular life, child. And that's why, listen, that's why I do the best that I can. But it's like in times like this, because I knew I wanted to film it and my son wanted to help me, like Gabriel, he wanted to help me do the costume. Like when and there go Percy all in the child. Percy was laying all up on the costume, child. Percy was trying to get in the glue. I was just like, man. And these are like my cats that y'all see in the video. These are my like emotional support cats for real, because without them, I would be in a really dark mental space. And they help me a lot with like not giving up on myself and therefore not giving up on my kids. But man, like I was just saying, you know, basically with the economy and everything that's going on, it's very difficult to be a parent who really like pours into your kids. It's like they know that they're setting up the system so that you can't do that. They're purposefully setting us up to fail. But it's like me, the type of person I am, I'm very hard-headed and I'm very stubborn. And I'd be good and god danged if you put me in a situation where my children have to pay the price because of some sick game that you want to play. You got me fucked up. You get what I'm saying? So, and there goes Snowflake. That's the little things that I try to do, is like stuff like this. And I was running out of glue. When I tell you, like right there, I was just at my wit's end. Like I was running out of glue. I only had like 1 glue stick left in the glue gun, which I think I had already put in there, and it was running down. And you see I'm crying, like I was crying and stressed out. And it's just being the only person who does that, and then having your kids' fathers either not support you or, yeah, I'm definitely balling at this point. But having your kids' father or other parent, because some mothers are like this, some moms are trash. We're not gonna play like that's not true. But in my situation, I've always been this type of mom, but I've been villainized and made to look like or feel like I'm not shit. But I've always done this type of stuff for my kids, and to have not only like one of their, like my youngest son's dad doesn't support me when it comes to him at all. If there's anything I ask for, or I call him for anything, either he doesn't answer, or if he does answer, he's calling me out my name. So it's very frustrating. And then my older 2 sons' dad like pretends like he's there for them, but really like plants these weird counterproductive mental seeds within them of like hatred and nastiness that basically deflates and deconstructs everything that I've tried to put within them myself. So it's just very frustrating. But long story short, I got that shit done. As always, bitch. And did. And will. As always. And I'm telling them, like, hey, like, when y'all go over there, just make sure you put the costume up. And, like, unfortunately, I have to put that responsibility on my kids because their dad won't do it. Their dad will let the costume sit around on the floor and get fucked up after I did all that work because he's jealous that his mama wasn't the type of mama that I am to my kids. Ooh, did I say that? Did I say that? Yes, I did. So there goes Snowflake, my poo-poo girl. Every time I'm getting jazzy, she's like, okay, mommy, that's enough. And pretty much we were almost done with it. And it turned out really, really nice. Like, I got up the next day. I did the shift that I had to do. And that was part of it, too. It's like, when you're the only one who stays up late at night doing these types of things, and then you got to get up and work because the person who's supposed to help you with your children wants to play mental games and do mental gymnastics and abuse you financially, it's a very frustrating situation because it's like, how is that fair? How are we in a world where you're the one who's trying to put everything that you have and pour everything that you have into your kids, and then you got somebody who can just easily just abuse you like that? It's a real fucked up situation. But I would say personally, like, if you're watching this video and you're going through something like that, don't let it stop you from doing things for your kids. Like, you may be tired, you may be exhausted. Sleep for the next 2 days if you can, or do whatever you have to do to get your Z's in whenever you need to get your Z's in. Take you a shot if you need to sometime. Do what you need to do, but don't allow that negativity to affect the way that you show up for your kids, because at the end of the day, they're going to listen and they're going to see and they're going to observe. And the things that you do to basically break your back, and I just burnt my hand with that glue gun, child. I had to save enough glue to put the little webs on there. But basically, your babies will see the hard work and the effort that you put in, especially as they get older. And the more that you focus on them and the things that you want to do to enrich their lives, the less that they will be affected negatively by the things that your counterproductive other parent tries to do to basically halt your progress or hold you back. So that's something that I've just tried to learn over time. And that's something that it's been very difficult for me to focus on. But it's something that I see positively as far as the things that are unfolding from when my kids were younger to where they are now. And y'all see, I was pushing the scissors in there trying to use that last little bit of glue, child. Now we trying to wake that poo-poo stanky up, and he is knocked out because it is late as dirt. And then what was crazy was that their dad was texting me like, are y'all ready yet? And I was like, Nick, yeah. If you don't get your ass out my if you don't shut your fat, raggedy, big back having ass up. I know I got a big back. Look, there it go. I'm just saying, don't be rushing me talking about, is we ready yet? Like, but that's all right. We woke my poo-poo up and he was so sleepy. He was just drooling and we was that, and then immediately he want to go back to sleep. It was so, he's an amazing child. And one day y'all might see something about him because he's just an amazing child. And he's like my little angel baby. And I just love him, and I just want him to feel happy and, you know, be good in life. I'm trying to figure out what we go. I try not to sew it too much, but every time. Gabe, you up? You gotta do it long. That's all right. You can do. No, it's all right. You already did it. Just keep it straight.
The back is good.
There you go. We got it. Yeah, that's a good boy. Shush.
Exactly.
Shush your mouth. That's a good costume. Whoa. I need you to wake up. You act like you've been drinking, boy.
Jeez.
Hello. Now go. No, let me see. No, stop it. Sleepy pool, I see you. Okay, your costume is done. Oh, that's a big yawn, but we did it. And now it's not so loose on your neck. Okay, now look, back up. Go next to Chris. Yeah, now spread your arms out. Spread your arms. Can you help him, please, Chris? I just want to see if it's like okay. Spread your arms. Up. Okay, now put him down. Okay, that's good. Look, it's a little longer. Go look in the mirror. Go see if you like it. Turn around. Go here. Y'all leave him alone. He's sleepy. When you be sleepy, you get drunk too. You like it? You just tired? You want to know? Spread your arms. Look in the mirror. Spread your arms. It's good. Yeah. Okay, baby. Ghost man is back. Yeah, he's just teeping. Okay, spread your arms one more time. Yeah. Okay, that's good, baby. Goose, I got y'all on camera. Y'all don't feel the video. All right, Gabe, you good? All right. Oh, look at my baby. So he went to the trunk or treat, and he had a good time, you guys. His brothers was making fun of him. Child, they ain't shit. They just be just as funky as he is. Big head itself. So they had a good time at the trunk or treat, and here go these guys. Listen, I told y'all they got their masks, and they wanted to make sure that they were looking cool and scary. I love my babies, y'all. When I tell you that they're the reason I do a lot of the things that I do, but I had to learn too that I need to do stuff for myself. But at the end of the day, I'm always going to be a good mom. I'm always going to do the best that I can. And I may not be perfect, but I do my best to do the best that I can. And I'm really grateful and appreciative for this process. A lot of people talked about me and my decision to have my kids and stuff like that, but I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't go back. If I was speaking to a young girl now, I would definitely say, wait, but it's a good experience. And we basically went to the trunk or treat, and the kids were able to roast some marshmallows and stuff. Child, I'm getting tired doing this voiceover. I be working hard, y'all. But we roasted some marshmallows, and my Pooh Bear, I think he's got a little bit of social anxiety because sometimes he gets a little scared and he doesn't want to do certain things that I think he would find very fun. But we had a good time. We roasted some marshmallows. They had a little bounce house out there. Now, what I will say is that they had this little 360, and I wanted my older two to get on there, and I had to fight for them to get on there, child. Lord have mercy. But look, you're having a good time. Y'all stand back to back. Cause they tall. Rah, rah. Say boo, Gabe. You gotta say boo. It looks scary. Hey, yeah, get it. There you go, Chris. There you go. Rah. Thank you. Oh my God. God bless you. Alright, you guys. So I hope that you enjoyed this vlog and convo session that we've had. I hope that you learned something from this video. I hope that you gained something from this video. And above all else, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. It's too cold for me to do these intros and outros outside, y'all. I gotta do it inside. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I guess we could do our little twirl. Twirl. Ow. Ow. I hit my foot. Shit. But you guys, be sure to leave a comment and let me know if you enjoyed this video, what you liked about it, what you gained from it, what you learned from it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.